Okay, can everyone see the screen okay?
Yes, perfecto.
Great, thank you so much. Like I said, I believe, people were having issues entering. And so this meeting will be recorded and this will be sent out. So please don't worry if for whatever reason a friend or someone that you know could not make it tonight. We will be sending a recording out of this meeting. But thank you all so much for joining our Community Contribution Fee Explained, our first step in preparing for serving with Blue Missions this summer 2024. We're very excited to explain how important the impact the community contribution fee has on our service projects and how you can get started today. So a quick overview of tonight's meeting is going to be myself. My name is Lucia Reyes, Program Manager here at Blue Missions. I oversee the International Department alongside George Rodriguez, our VP of International Programs. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me okay? Is my audio okay?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, I'll be overviewing how the community contribution fee came to be, how Blue Missions utilizes the community contribution fee to serve more and more communities in the Dominican Republic, and how you will actually be able to create your community contribution fee or your CCF page today, depending on which project you're serving on, water or sanitation, and then open it up for any questions you may have following the meeting. Like I said, if you have any questions, you can reach out to our team. You can reach us at TRIPS, that's trips at bluemissions.org. Um, with that, we will get started. Can everybody hear me okay? I think some people are struggling with audio.
Yes, no, it's perfect.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Blue Missions was founded in 2010. Our first project was in a community called La Pena, and our founder, Danny Rodriguez, saw firsthand the impact of the water crisis. He recognized that the water crisis was real when he saw that people had to walk miles every day to collect clean water for their families. In particular, he encountered a young woman called Violeni, and at the end of that project, when he saw the water burst out of that PVC pipe and she recognized she wouldn't have to walk for water anymore, she looked at him and said, "Because of you and because of this project, I'd love to pursue my dream of becoming a lawyer." It was in that moment that Danny realized the impact that water had. It's not only a right that we're all afforded and all should be afforded, but it's a vessel and lifts barriers to sickness, to cycles of poverty, and to daily struggles that prevent the locals in our rural communities from pursuing their dreams and pursuing their interests. So water really provides opportunity, and the community contribution fee is a transparent and necessary way in which we fund our projects in the DR. And so that is how the community contribution fee came about. The community contribution fee, separate from your trip cost, is a fee that you're able to fundraise in order to fund the material cost and skilled labor that will fund your water or sanitation project. It's donations that go 100% to the field. And we are unique in that we use this model so that all of your donations are transparent and you see exactly where what you fundraise and where it is going. In order to understand why we need the community contribution fee, we're going to break down what they fund and what the water and sanitation crisis actually looks like in the Dominican Republic. So 785 million people worldwide lack access to clean water. That's 1 in every 9 people. And like I said, when we can't protect water sources and when you don't have clean water, that affects everything from your hygienic health to obviously the time that you're able to commit to your job, your school, and your family. Water impacts everything. So on a water project, Blue Missions works directly with local leaders. All of these projects are community led, meaning they propose for us to come to their community and they own that project. And we serve alongside them as well as our staff to construct it. So your community contribution fee will cover the cement, the PVC pipe, the glue, and everything, the faucets, everything that goes into constructing a water project. We work from natural spring sources. Our projects are gravity driven. That PVC pipe is then trenched and taken to a tank where gravity pushes the water down the pipes. And once it reaches that holding tank, it's actually filtered. And then there are more pipes that are trenched down to the community. And from that tank, the water goes down to the faucet in every home in that community. And like I said, the community contribution fee is able to cover those material costs as well as the skilled labor. So you'll see firsthand what it's like to fund a water project, but also all the barriers that are lifted once our host community members have access to that clean water and sanitation like Violeni did. 2.4 billion people actually lack access to proper sanitation, which is 1 in every 3 people worldwide. And so it's a big stat that we like to share is that more people have access to a cell phone than they do a bathroom. And the bathroom is not just a place to go, right? The bathroom signifies not only dignity of the human person, but affording someone proper hygiene and a safe private place to go, and it affects everything. And so it affects how clean our water sources are. Before you're able to have proper sanitation, you may practice open defecation. You may not know where you're going to go to the bathroom at school. You may not have access to it at home. And that really does damage the water cycle, which in turn impacts the whole health of a community. And so sanitation is a vital part of our mission here at Blue Missions. And so here's what your community contribution fee will be funding if you're on a sanitation project. The tools that are required, as well as the material costs that go into it, which will fund the wood, the zinc, the toilet itself, the cement, and of course the PVC pipe that makes our latrines ventilated. And so before you see most of our host community members have something that looks like this. It's essentially run down with palm fronds, not safe to go to the bathroom at all. And after to the right, you see a ventilated, improved pit latrine that really in turn provides improved public health for the community and safety and privacy, which is very important. And we put a lock on every bathroom as well. And so sanitation projects you'll see from start to finish. Our community members, they dig the actual pit. When they petition for us to be there, it's typically 10 feet deep. And then we go in and work from the ground up. And so we construct the actual structure itself, the toilet, and then install that pipe for ventilation. And that's what your community contribution fee is covering when you're out there in the field. Our impact to date, we've connected over 30,000 people with clean water, almost 10,000 people with improved sanitation. We have just over 4,000 volunteers impacted, and we've actually carried out 229 service projects to date. So we're very proud of the fact that we've been able to accomplish this since we were founded in 2010. Now I'll show you a brief video on the community contribution fee, and then I'll actually help you walk you step by step on how to create your CCF page.
So if you read carefully in our website and the application, you might have seen the phrase CCF, or Community Contribution Fee. And your CCF is super important. It is what essentially helps Blue Missions grow and scale and do the amount of projects that we do every summer. Your CCF is your commitment to fundraising a portion of the material cost of your project. So there's a certain fee that's attached to a water project and a different fee that's attached to a sanitation project. We tell you how much that is. You create your fundraising page, send out to your friends and family, and boom, super fast, super easy. We promise you could probably do it in a day. We recommend raising your CCF sooner rather than later because there is a deadline. And if you don't fundraise through our platform, your CCF before that deadline, then your card will be automatically charged the remaining amount that you committed to fundraising. So go for it, fundraise it. It's not hard, and it's a great experience learning how to ask people to support a cause that you're passionate about. Get to it, start making your CCF page right after this video.
And that's exactly what we are going to do. So a brief overview of what Leslie, our creative director, talked about is, of course, defining the CCF, which is the fee separate from your trip cost that you can fundraise. This fee helps us buy materials and hire workers in the field, and really is how you're benefiting communities and your specific project. If you're signed up for a sanitation, your CCF is $450. If you're signed up for a water, your CCF is $650, and every penny goes directly to the project. This is simply because water projects are more expensive to fund than sanitation projects, and there are more materials involved. Any donation fundraised over that goal amount cannot be transferred due to our Be Bold model. That Be Bold model is something that I will cover in the subsequent slide, and will basically explain that because of transparency and because we want 100% of your donations to go directly to the field, once you reach your goal, that goes directly to the Dominican Republic to fund your project. Once you reach your goal, though, we will add that credit to your balance and it will be reflected in your registration portal. If you don't reach that goal by May 1st, then by May 6th, your card on file will be charged the remaining amount you were not able to fundraise. Most importantly, at Blue Missions, we believe that it's a really important skill to learn how to spread the message about a mission that you're going on, that you're serving on, and that you're passionate about. We know time and time again from the feedback we get from our volunteers how valuable the tool of fundraising is to the volunteer experience. And it teaches our volunteers not only how to crowdsource, but to build community around something that a cause that they believe in, and a goal that they're trying to achieve, which is a very invaluable experience while serving with Blue Missions. The money that you are fundraising goes directly to the field. Because of our Be Bold model, we take 100% of public donations, like the community contribution fee, events that you may attend with us, donations that you make online, and those public donations fund the materials, skilled labor, and logistics. They don't cover any of our overhead here in the States, nor any salaries of any of our employees. That's covered by private donations, and separate donors that we call tank donors. And so it is separate so that 100% of all donations go directly to the field. Now we will actually have the opportunity to create our pages. So if you are on a water project, click 2024 water. If you are on a sanitation project, click CCF Sanitation 2024. This is very important because you do not want to create your community contribution fee using the wrong link. So I'm going to take 1 second. I'm going to just pause for a minute. And if you're on a water project, I encourage you to click the water link right now, so you can start creating your CCF page. And if you are on a sanitation project for 2024 with Blue Missions, please click the CCF Sanitation page 2024. I'll just give everyone a minute. Like I said, please ensure that you are on the correct fundraising page. If you are on a water project, please click Water 2024. And if you're on a sanitation project, please click Sanitation 2024. Great. So once you've clicked your correct link or you've inputted it into your phone or your computer, I will show you now how to create your fundraising account. You're going to click Fundraise Individually. That is going to be your first step. I see that the links are not clickable. It's probably because of the presentation itself. So you might just want to copy paste or type it in the URL yourself if you're not able to click the link. And I can go back to that slide if you'd like. Yes, of course. I will put the links in the chat so that you are able to access them. So firstly, I will be putting the water CCF page. So please do not click this link unless you are going on a water project. And then I will put the sanitation CCF link in the chat as well. Please only click this link if you are attending a sanitation project with us in 2024. Okay, and with the links in the chat, like I said, it's imperative that you click the link that goes and correlates to the project you're serving on. So if it's water, click water, and if it's sanitation, please click sanitation. With that, once you get to the page itself, you're going to click fundraise individually, and this is to create an individual fundraising page. If you have more than one volunteer and they happen to be going on the same project, or you're a family that's serving together, you are able to create just one page and title it family last name fundraising page, or team last name fundraising page. And you can always reach out to trips@bluemissions.org and just verify, hey, I'm fundraising as a group with my family, and this is our community contribution fee page. After you click that fundraise individually button, it's going to prompt you to share your information, your first name, last name, email, and password. It's important that you sign up with the same email you used when registering for your Blue Missions trip. Blue Missions will be proactive in helping you set up your fundraising page. And so we want to be able to correlate that with your registration account. And so please, when you are creating the account you used when registering your child, please enter your email that you used when registering for your Blue Missions trip. After that, this is where you share your personal story and make the page your own. And so the personal appeal and what you share is really how our volunteers share with everyone how they came to want to serve with Blue Missions, and share with everyone why they would like to serve with us in 2024. And it's very impactful. We have a group of students who have all set their goals to $1,000 each and are all sharing personal stories on why they would like to serve with Blue Missions in 2024. So the more personal your appeal story, the better chance you will have of fundraising. If you're like me and you need inspiration when fundraising and you're not sure exactly how to craft a message, we do have a fundraising guide that I've linked in the chat. And with that guide, you'll be able to see actual templates and prompts like you see here on Taylor Alvarez's page in the presentation, where you can actually use facts and different messages we've already created to share and create your personal story. So I encourage that you use the fundraising guide as a resource. Once you create your page, you'll be able to add things that make it your own, like a photo for your profile and things of that nature. I will make sure to send it again if the fundraising guide is not being linked properly. From there, once you have your page actually created, it's very easy. You just share with family and friends. We've had several people reach their goal in a day or two, in a week, because they've reached out to family, friends, and local businesses. And from there, the link will prompt you to share on Facebook, Twitter, email, and then you can actually copy the link and share your personal link in all your circles. And so I have many volunteers who frequent group chats, have different family and friend groups that they join, whether it's recreational sports or things they do on the weekends, to branch out their community. And they send it to all of these people, as well as reach out to local businesses as well, which we find is really successful. If you want to edit your page, of course, Instagram is a wonderful tool. Thank you, Jackie, to use when promoting your CCF page. And so you can copy the link on your Instagram. A lot of people can put it on their Instagram bios or put it in a comment, as well as just linking the actual site whenever they post. So any way that you can share it on your social media is great. If you'd like to edit your page for whatever reason, say you'd like to up your fundraising goal so that you can earn the hydration pack that comes when you reach 750, or say you just like to go above and beyond to fundraise so that you can really make an impact on your Blue Mission Service project. We've had volunteers write about fundraising in college essays. We've had volunteers write about their fundraising efforts in interviews and in other stories that they share with friends. It could be a really powerful experience setting that goal and committing to a goal. And so for whatever reason you want to edit your page, you can use the edit tab and edit the name, your fundraising goal, and your appeal story if you'd like to edit those things, and they're all in your settings. And like I mentioned on the slide before, you can earn a hydration pack. It's a fundamental part to our packing list because it keeps you hydrated. They're similar to like a CamelBak. They carry liters of water in your bag, and you can drink water all throughout the day. It's something that we view as an essential on a Blue Missions trip. And if you hit the goal of 750 on our fundraising platform, you'll receive this limited edition blue hydration pack that you see pictured there. And this is an opportunity to promote the opportunity to get your blue gear pre-ordered. This is something that we offer alongside of our service trip kit. That's $150 that you really get your money's worth in terms of the duffel, the mosquito net, the flashlight, water bottles. It's not exactly the products you see pictured, and a couple other extra products like a guided reflection journal that's specifically for those blue volunteers that want to prepare for their trip and have our blue gear. The shirt you see to the left is our trip shirt for 2024. Everyone will be given one trip shirt. If you'd like to order more, you can also order on our website. And to the right are our gear pickup days for 2024. These are the days that you'll actually get to come to Blue HQ, meet our staff, pick up your gear, and ask us any questions you have pertaining to your Blue Missions trip. If you'd like to pre-order any other merchandise from our store, you can visit www.bluemissions.org/store. And now this is where I just give you our contact information so that you can contact our volunteer experience team. We're very excited to serve with you in the summer. The CCF is just the first step to preparation meetings we will have this year. So again, thank you so much for taking the time to learn about the community contribution fee. And with that, if you have any other questions, please feel free to put them in the chat and we will respond. You can always reach out to us individually, but our main email for the volunteer experience team is trips, that's TRIPS @bluemissions.org. Anyone on our team can help you create your CCF page and get you started in fundraising and creating an impact. I see one new message. Yes, I will resend the guide. One moment. If you'd also like to learn about our CCF page, we do have access to all things community contribution fee on our website, which is www.bluemissions.org. And CCF actually has a tab dedicated to it under the travel tab. And I will be linking the fundraising guide, which is included in that, as you see. If you've already created your CCF page under a different login, that's okay, as long as it's associated with the volunteer traveling with us. We highly encourage, if you haven't created your page though, to create it with your email that you used when registering your child. That's a good question. So like I said, this is the page that is completely dedicated to our fundraising guide. And if you look under our travel tab, there's actually a dedicated page to the community contribution fee. And you can see an overview and a breakdown of everything we discussed tonight. So you'll have the opportunity to meet those on your mission trip when you come to a gear pickup day. We will also be having another prep session later in the spring. If you don't live in Florida and you'd like to pick up your gear or have your gear sent to you, you'll just message TRIPS, that's TRIPS, at bluemissions.org, and we will ship that gear to you if you do not live in Florida. You pick up your gear on the gear pickup days that were mentioned before at 7350 Southwest 48th Street, Miami, Florida 33155, which is our office. The deadline for the CCF fundraiser is May 1st, 2024. Okay, with that, if there are no other questions, I'd like to thank you all so much for joining us tonight and taking the time to learn about the community contribution fee. If you have any questions about how to begin your page, I will stay on the chat. I'm also going to link to the whole group, our community contribution fee page, where you'll see the links to water and sanitation. If you'd like to switch projects for whatever reason, there is limited, if not no, availability. We're pretty full in terms of all our trips, with exception to some of our open high school trips. But if you're interested in switching, you can always email trips@bluemissions.org and we'll let you know our availability. The only thing that you're responsible for paying for is your trip fee and your community contribution fee. So if you will see both those charges reflected on your account, and that's what you are responsible for paying for. If you have any questions about charges, you can email trips@bluemissions.org. Yes, you'll have the opportunity to pick up your service trip t-shirt on those designated gear pickup days, and we will send those dates, of course, again to everyone. Thank you all so much. Thank you for your questions. They were great questions. And again, if you have any comments, concerns, please email trips@bluemissions.org and we'll be happy to help you. And again, please reference that link, all things CCF, to create your CCF pages. Thank you all.